I love this city. I don't want to destroy it. Donald Trump wants to destroy not only the city, but the country, and eventually he could destroy the world.
Does it give you some sense, not of joy, but of relief at least, that he's potentially facing some consequences? Because, as you've said before, this guy's a con artist, and he's gotten away with it for years.
Robert De Niro, a very low IQ individual, has received he spelled two wrong, many shots to the head by real boxers in movies. I watched him last night, truly believe he may be punch drunk, and then he says, at the end, he says, "Wake up, punchy," he says to you.
Remember when Trump was just a loud guy with weird hair? Well, buckle up, Buttercup, because our boy Bobby De Niro is about to remind us why he's the king of New York and Trump's the court jester. From big hustle to deep fake president, De Niro's been roasting Trump harder than a chestnut over an open fire. And now he's dropping F-bombs at the Tony Awards like it's going out of style. Guess who's not gonna like that? Hint, he's orange and rhymes with dumb. Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So, did you click the subscribe button? Great. Thank you so much. Now, back to the video. Remember when Trump was just that guy with the weird hair on TV? Well, Bobby De Niro sure does, and he's got some spicy words for our favorite orange menace. Back in 2011, De Niro was pretty chill about Trump. He called his act a big hustle. That's like calling a skunk mildly fragrant. But as Trumpy's political career took off faster than his comb over in a strong wind, De Niro's insults got hotter than a MAGA rally in July. By 2016, our buddy Bob wasn't pulling any punches.
He's so blatantly stupid. He's a punk, he's a dog, he's a pig, he's a con, a bullshit artist, a mutt who doesn't know what he's talking about, doesn't do his homework. It makes me so angry that this country has gotten to this point, that this fool, this bozo, has wound up where he has. He talks how he wants to punch people in the face. Well, I'd like to punch him in the face. Thinks he's gaming society, doesn't pay his taxes. He's an idiot. Colin Powell said it best. He's a national disaster. He's an embarrassment to this country. This is somebody that we want for president? I don't think so.
He straight up called Trump blatantly stupid and a pig. Ouch, that's gotta hurt more than Trump's fake tan when it rains. But De Niro wasn't done roasting the Donald. He went full thesaurus mode, calling Trump a punk, a dog, a pig, a con, a BS artist, a mutt. Whew, did De Niro swallow a dictionary for breakfast, or what? The insults kept coming faster than Trump's tweets at 3 a.m. Idiot. National disaster, embarrassment to this country. It's like De Niro was playing insult bingo with Trump's face on every square. And let's not forget the time he called Trump a sociopathic, psychopathic, malignant narcissist. Try saying that 5 times fast after a few cuff-yuffs.
You've played a lot of bad guys. Would you ever play Donald Trump?
Never. There's nothing about him, there's not one redeeming thing in him that I can see, ever. He's so, as we all know, so narcissistic and self-centered. I don't think they really understand. And historically, from what I see, even in Nazi Germany, they had it with Hitler.
But here's the kicker, folks. De Niro's verbal smackdown wasn't just for giggles. It shows how his frustration with Trump grew as the Donald climbed the political ladder. It's like watching a slow-motion train wreck, but the train is orange and won't stop tweeting. Of course, Grumpy Trumpy didn't take this lying down, unless it was on his gold-plated bed. He fired back, calling De Niro a wacko and making fun of his height. Real mature, Mr. President? What's next? Playground insults about De Niro's mama. Well, folks, if you thought De Niro was done with his Trump bashing, you'd be more wrong than Donnie's hair color. Our favorite grumpy grandpa was just getting started, and he was about to drop a verbal nuke that would make even sailors blush. Picture this. It's the 2018 Tony Awards. The stage is set, the stars are out, and the air is thick with anticipation, but little did anyone know they were about to witness a moment that would make Broadway history, and not for the show tunes. As De Niro takes the stage, stage, you could practically hear a pin drop. The audience is on edge, wondering what he's gonna say. Will he stick to the script? Will he crack a joke? Nah, Bobby's got other plans. Without warning, he drops the F-bomb on Trump.
We've heard you talk about the former president. You have called him a fraud, a con artist. You've said he's a New Yorker like you, and you have watched this brand of BS.
I think of how absurd it is. And this might be the one case where that could be it for him. It's a state case. He's sick. He is really, genuinely a sick person that somehow has been allowed into our system.
But wait, there's more. He does it again, because why stop at one when you can go for two? It's like watching your grandpa start cussing at Thanksgiving dinner, but instead of Aunt Karen's dry turkey, he's roasting the President of the United States. The crowd goes absolutely bananas. We're talking louder than Trump's tie collection. People are jumping out of their seats, cheering like they just won the lottery. It's pandemonium, I tell ya. But our boy Bobby isn't done yet. Oh no, he's just warming up. He goes on to call Trump the jerk-off-in-chief and buffoon-in-chief. At this point, you gotta wonder if De Niro's writing a dictionary of Trump insults. Maybe he's planning to publish 101 ways to roast an orange. It'd be a bestseller, I'm sure. Now, let's be real for a second. This wasn't just some random outburst. De Niro's F-bomb moment at the Tony Awards became his most famous anti-Trump statement. It was shocking, it was delightful, and it was exactly what a lot of people were thinking but didn't have the guts or the platform to say.
Does it give you some sense, not of joy, but of relief at least, that he's potentially facing some consequences? Because as you've said before, this guy's a con artist, and he's gotten away with it for years.
I'm not calling him, I'm tired of calling him names. He just can't be anywhere near the office of the presidency. It's funny, I was just thinking that he actually became president. He could have done good things. Instead, he had to do it all wrong.
But here's the thing, folks. Every action has a reaction. And when you're dealing with a guy who treats Twitter like it's his personal punching bag, you know the clapback is coming. Trump's fingers were probably already twitching, ready to fire off a tweet storm that would make a hurricane look like a gentle breeze. So, we've been laughing our butts off at this celeb smackdown between De Niro and Trump, but here's the kicker. While we're distracted by this Hollywood versus White House drama, the real issues are getting lost in the shuffle. It's like we're all watching a reality show when the house is on fire. Sure, it's fun to watch De Niro roast the orange turd, but let's be real, healthcare is still a mess, and climate change is breathing down our necks. Maybe it's time we change the channel on this petty feud and focus on what really matters. After all, if we wanted to watch rich guys yelling at each other, we'd just tune into a Real Housewives reunion. So, what do you say we leave Grumpy Trumpy and Angry Bobby to their little spat and start paying attention to the stuff that actually affects our lives? Who knows, we might even solve some problems instead of just laughing at them.